Hi, and welcome once again to Ivy English. I'm Karen.
And I'm Wesley.
Today is October 22nd, and please turn to page 63 in your magazines. And today we're going to talk about something that I bet a lot of you really love.
今天要谈的是很多人大概都很喜欢的事情啊。
That's right. We're going to talk about K-pop idols 2.0.
好，我们的中文标题是 AI 女团惊吓出道。
Now, I know that a lot of people in Taiwan love Korean pop music, and they also love Korean soap operas. A lot of this stuff from Korea is really popular here, and even in some places in the States.
好，所以台湾其实很多人这个很哈韩对于韩剧啊或者是韩团都非常的喜欢。Yeah.
And it's kind of funny because I attended grad school in Taiwan in the 70s. And back then, we had a lot of Korean classmates. And a lot of Koreans came to Taiwan because actually the education opportunities, at least in Chinese, were quite good compared to Korea. Korea was quite poor then, nothing like it is now. And it was just, they had a completely different image from now.
Yeah.
They were generally not very developed and quite poor, actually.
好，所以 Karen 老师说他70年代在台湾念研究所的时候呢，那时候很多韩国的同学那时候韩国的经济还不是跟现在是非常不一样那个时候经济不发达，而且这个要学中文的机会不多所以他们很多人那时候都到台湾来。
And it was not popular. Like people in Taiwan were not interested in Korean things.
那个时候台湾的人对韩国的东西不是那么有兴趣。
Yeah, so it's really a huge difference now. Well, let's jump right into our article. They're going to talk about something that's really pretty amazing. And I checked it on YouTube before we did this program. If you haven't, you should. It's really interesting. Okay, our article, K-pop is a modern, cutting-edge music style that blends Korean and international genres in new and unusual ways. Its artists are always working on the next cool sound or eye-catching look. So where does this innovative art form go next? As it turns out, some K-pop lovers are turning to AI for the next big thing. Artificial intelligence, or AI, is very literally changing the face of entertainment. From online pranks to editing actors into movies, the word deepfake has entered public awareness. A deepfake uses advanced AI to make one person look exactly like someone else in a video clip. In creating the K-pop group Eternity, however, tech company Pulse 9 has taken deepfakes to a whole new level. They have formed a completely artificial girl group. Eternity is made up of 11 unique and original computer-generated avatars, and everything from each woman's appearance to their voice is entirely the product of artificial intelligence. In many ways, the group's performances are the same as other low-budget girl groups who are starting out. The dance moves are pretty stiff, and the voices all seem to blend together. Nothing really stands out about them. What does stand out to many critics about Eternity is the group's perceived creepy atmosphere. Some viewers feel that although the avatars look realistic, they lack hard-to-define human characteristics. A lot of this probably comes from the uncanny valley effect, which describes the uncomfortable feeling people get around things that look almost, but not quite perfectly, human. The effect has been known to extend to robots, wax sculptures, and digital reproductions. And while Eternity is very cool, it does not yet have the capacity to compete with tried and tested human musicians. Not yet, anyway. Okay, back to the title, K-pop Idols 2.0. Now, this 2.0 is very crucial because that means that they are not humans. They're totally generated by a computer.
Yeah, 而且 2.0 表示近一代的一个感觉 跟新一代的
Right. K-pop is a modern, cutting-edge music style that blends Korean and international genres in new and unusual ways. Now, as I understand it, it is strongly supported by the government.
Yes.
The government gives them lots of money just to manufacture pop culture.
Yeah, 这是韩国政府所做的一件很聪明的事情他政府大量的这个资助他们的这个影剧产业因为 这不但是可以赚钱，而且可以输出韩国文化。
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, this is the soft power of Korea now. It is now known all over the world just because of this.
Yeah, 这是一种软实力soft power. 好，所以这个句子我们看到说，这 K-pop 是一个 modern 现代的cutting edge 就是尖端的一种 music style， 一种音乐的风格。好，那这个风格呢 that blends 就是 mix inseparably together 它是 mix together， 但是是让你分不出来的inseparably。好，所以它混合了 Korean 韩国的，还有 international， 还有这个国际上的这些genres， 就是音乐文学的类型那怎么样混合呢？它是一个 new， 用一种新的方式，而且是 unusual， 一种很不寻常的一种方式把它混合在一起。
In English, there are almost no words that start with the sound je unless they are from a foreign language, usually but not always from French. They may be from Hungarian or some other language. Usually they're from French.And the only common word that I know of that starts with a je, not counting names, no proper nouns, is genre. Genre just means what Wesley said, 一种类型，一种文类。
All
right, next sentence. Its artists are always working on the next cool sound or eye-catching look. And that's mainly what I see in this genre, is that it is not really, I would not say it's high-level art,But they just want something eye-catching and ear-catching, some unusual new kind of sound. And this is typical of pop music in general, certainly in the States, of rap and everything else. They just want to create a lot of unusual sounds that will catch people's attention. They'll be popular for a while until everybody's heard it too much, and then they move on to the next thing.
Yeah, 好，所以这个K-pop 它的 artists， 它的这些艺人呢，他们一直在 are always working on， 他们一直在做，在想办法从事，在努力要怎么样 the next 一定要找到下一个cool 很酷的 sound 在这里它其实指的是某一种特色的一种 musical style。
That's right. And they often use a synthesizer and create funny sounds like it could be something like that. Whatever it is that's a little bit unusual that hasn't been overused already, they'll try it out.
还有他们也在想办法找下一个很酷的这个 eye-catching look eye-catching 就是吸睛的，这个 look 也是一种，它就在这里也是指一种风格它例如说这个可能是衣服或者一种这个时尚的这种感觉例如你可以说 the latest look in furniture 就是这个家具的最新的这个 look 在这里不是外表，就是这种风格。
And the video that I watched on YouTube of Eternity, I actually liked their costumes. They had these cute little skirts, and I thought they were kind of cute. Yeah.
OK 所以他们果然的 Karen 老师有看过他们的这个录影带这上面看到说他们有这个裙子还蛮可爱的。
对，颜色搭配 it was kind of nice. So where does this innovative art form go next?
所以这一个 innovative 就是创新的，所以这个创新的这种 art form 这种艺术形式好 where does it go next? 就是它下一步它会往哪里去呢？下一步的发展是怎么样呢？
Right. In American, we say innovative, and most Brits say it something like that too, but I've also heard innovative. Innovative. I don't really like that pronunciation, but I've heard it quite a few times.
所以这个字呢，我们通常把它念 innovative 那 Karen 老师他偶尔也听过一些人念 innovative
英式为主。Yeah, and my British friend actually asked me what I thought of it.I said I don't like it. He said I don't either. All right. As it turns out, some K-pop lovers are turning to AI for the next big thing.
好 as it turns out 就是结果通常是有点 surprising 的结果或者 unexpected 的那种结果所以结果呢有一些这个 K-pop lovers 一些这 K-pop 的爱好者呢 they are turning to 就是他们往某个地方去的，往某个地方看的这个 turn 在这里是你的 interest 或者你的 attention 往哪里去了所以很多人呢他们的这个往哪里看呢？他们往这个注视的方向是怎么样？看到的是 AI 那 for the next big thing 这个是英文也常常讲到 the next big thing 就下一个大咖是什么？也就是明日之星。Yeah.
大咖 is great. Yeah. The next popular thing.
Yeah.
Artificial intelligence, or AI, is very literally changing the face of entertainment. And here, this is a pun. Because here it means 面貌, but it also means the face on your body.
所以这个地方的 face 是双关语那不过我们现在看这个句，他说这个AI 呢它是什么呢very literally 就是照字面上的意思 它真的是怎么样？它 changing 改变了 the face of of entertainment， 它改变了娱乐的面貌。但是这个 face 其实在这里也是指呢娱乐圈这些人的脸呐、
脸庞，对，
脸庞 ，yeah。
From online pranks to editing actors into movies, the word deepfake has entered public awareness.
好，从这个 online pranks 就是网络的恶作剧，好 ，pranks 就是恶作剧。好，还有呢 editing actors into movies 就是把演员把它编辑到电影里面去，好，也就是这个电影里面其实没有这个人在这里演哈，但是现在的技术已经有办法把它弄进去了，让你看起来好像是真的，好像各位在很多电影里面都看到过，就是现在的演员，但是把它放到这个1960年代的那个记录的影片里面去啊，那颜色都变得黑白的，看起来好像真的演员好像真的在那里出现过了，但其实这种都是 AI 的技术，所以有这些东西之后呢，我们看到他说 the word deepfake 这是一个字，大家可以学起来哈。deepfake 这个字呢已经进入了 public awareness， 就是大家已经知道这个字，他已经知道说有这种现象了。那所谓的 deepfake 通常就是用这个他们叫做 face swap software 啊，就换脸的这种软体啊，它可以让这个影片里面的人的脸被换掉啊。换句话说，他随便找个人演，可是演完之后呢，他可以把这些人的脸全部换上名人的脸啊，所以你会以为这名人怎么他真的做这个事情了吗？他真的说了这些话吗？结果其实全部都是电脑特效。
Okay, I'm going to mention something that has to do with U.S. politics. 要做心理准备. The first time I really noticed deepfakes was when they made one of Obama giving a speech. And Obama is extremely articulate, very, very careful, and very respectful and polite. Mm-hmm. But they made a deepfake of Obama giving a speech. It sounds okay at the beginning, 然后就变得很粗鲁了。
所以其实呢不是奥巴马本人讲的，
No.
可是他有办法让你觉得看那个影片觉得就是奥巴马在那里讲话啊，他就是那个我们讲 face swap software， swap 就是替换代换掉的，好 SWAP。
And not just the face, it was his voice. And it was
还有他声音，
exactly
对，其实
like his voice.
不只是脸啊，就全部的东西都一样，就是他可以完全就是造一个人啊，或者是完全把你的这个什么身材、长相、声音都换掉。
And quite a bit later, I noticed another one that stuck in memory, and that was the president after Obama. They have a pretty funny deepfake of him speaking Mandarin.
所以 Karen 老师在看过这个奥巴马之后的美国总统这个还会讲中文那也是一样，你看他就会讲中文，后来发现那全部是电脑特效。
It was very convincing, and it sounded exactly like him giving his funny speeches, but he did it in Mandarin.
哇所以真的效果非常的好，很逼真啊。
Okay, next line. A deepfake uses advanced AI to make one person look exactly like someone else in a video clip. And not just look like, but sound like as well.
好，所以 deepfake 它使用了 advanced 很先进的 AI 技术来让一个人怎么样 look exactly like 看起来完全一样，跟另外一个人看起来另外一个在影带里面的人让他看起来完全一样，就是我们刚刚讲的，让你看到一个其实没有存在的人，或者不是他做的事情，可是你可以看到一个影带。
Right, and I think if you haven't seen it yet, go to the website that's called This Person Doesn't Exist. Just type that in, and you will see face after face of people that look like they absolutely must be real people, but they were all constructed with AI.
所以像刚刚 Karen 老师讲那个网站，大家可以看一看，然后那上面的人都不是真的人，可是看起来都像真的人。
Next sentence. In creating the K-pop group Eternity, however, tech company Pulse9 has taken deepfakes to a whole new level. They have formed a completely artificial girl group. And when I watched it, although I don't care for that kind of music that much, I mean, I don't dislike it, but I'm not really interested in it, I was pretty amazed.
所以他说在 creating 在创造这个K-pop group Eternity， 就是这个女团的名字叫 Eternity， 在创造这个女团的这个上面呢，那这家公司Pulse9， 它这里有一个很好的片语take something to a whole new level 就是把某个东西提升到一个全新的境界所以这家公司呢把这 deepfakes 把它提升到一个全新的境界什么境界呢？他们是做出了一个 completely 完全是 artificial 人工造出来的一个 girl group 一个女团所以以前可能只是这个一个人就假造一个人，或者是做一个关于一个人的这个错误的影带就是很逼真，但它不是真的一个影带。但是他们现在呢到了一个新的境界，他整个团 全部都是假的，全部都是这个人工智慧做出来的。
And eternity is a good name because they will live for eternity because they are all just creations of a computer.
Yeah, 那这个名字也取得很好，永恒 eternity 哈，因为这些人他不会老也不会死啊，因为他是数位做出来的。
Eternity is made up of 11 unique and original computer-generated avatars, and everything, from each woman's appearance to their voice, is entirely the product of artificial intelligence. Now, it is true that each face is unique. It's a little bit different, but actually 那个调调都一样。
Yeah, 所以呢，这个Eternity 这个女团 is made up of， 就是它组成是由11个unique 独一无二的，还有 original 原创的 computer generated 就是电脑生成的这个 avatars 就是虚拟人物然后呢 everything 一切从每一个女生的这个外表 appearance 到她们的声音都是完完全全 entirely 都是这个 AI 的产物。
Now, as I was watching it, I was imagining that I was a guy because these girl groups are mainly intended to appeal to young men who kind of fall in love with somebody in the group. I was imagining that I was a guy. Would I be attracted to these girls? And I think maybe I would be because it's not just how they look, it's how they present themselves to the camera. And they're looking you right in the eye and they're smiling at you and singing and they look so delicate and graceful. It might work.
Yeah, 所以他当然因为他这种画的嘛所以他可以这个把他们弄到最吸引人最性感的这个程度所以可能也许有的男生看了真的会喜欢。
还有他表演的方式怎么样用眼睛盯着你等等都有。Okay. In many ways, the group's performances are the same as other low-budget girl groups who are starting out. So we've got two big hedges in this sentence. It's saying that, well, it's like any other group if they don't have a lot of budget, and two, if they are just beginning. So they're comparing them to actually a not-so-good group or not-so-successful group.
Yeah, 所以他跟感觉起来是刚刚出道的低成本的这个女团拿来做比较所以他说 in many ways 在很多方面呢这一个团这个女团他们的 performances 他们的表演呢是一样的，跟什么一样呢 the same as other 跟其他的 low budget 低成本的这个 girl groups who are starting out 刚刚成团刚刚开始的所以换句话说这个你如果跟现在很成功的很出名的女团的表演来比呢还是有差一点点，但是基本上跟一个这个低成本的女团刚出道低成本女团其实是一样的。
The dance moves are pretty stiff and the voices all seem to blend together, and that is true. If you are paying attention, you will notice that there is just something a little bit off about how they move.
好，所以 dance moves 他们的这个跳舞的舞步呢是相当的 stiff 还蛮僵硬的，然后声音他们唱出来声音呢通通感觉起来都混在一起了。
They blend together and they don't stand out. Nobody stands out for being different because they're so much the same.
那没有一个人的声音特别突出，因为大家的声音听起来都差不多。
Right. Nothing really stands out about them.
Yeah, stands out 就突出所以他们没有什么事情是真正让你感到很突出的，没有一个女生或者她怎么样会让你觉得这个很特别。
That's really the best description. I think that sums up my impression of them. What does stand out to many critics about Eternity is the group's perceived creepy atmosphere.
好，那有什么是很突出的呢？真正突出的 what does stand out 这 does 是强调的这真正突出的对于很多 critics 对于很多批评者或者是评论者来讲，真正突出的是这个团体它有一个 perceived 就是让你感受到的让人直觉感受到的，不一定有什么证据，但就是你就是感觉到了你感觉到了这种 creepy 就是让人觉得有点诡异的这个让你觉得不安的这种 atmosphere 这个气氛。
That's right. This is a good word to know. So for example, if you notice that there's some guy on the street, okay, you're a girl now, and he keeps looking at you and he seems to be following you, that's creepy.
所以例如说一个女生发现在街上有一个男生一直盯着她看或者一直跟着她，那就是 creepy. Yeah.
I'm guessing most women have had this experience, even in Taiwan.
Yeah.
Some viewers feel that although the avatars look realistic, they lack hard-to-define human characteristics. And this is really true. there's something a bit off. And learn that phrase, there's something a bit off about them. A bit off, that means
怪怪的，
就差一点，有一点不太对劲。
有点不太对劲。
Yeah.
Something a bit off.
Yeah.
好，所以呢，这个地方讲到说，这个有一些这个看的人呢，感觉到说，虽然这些这个虚拟人物呢，look realistic， 看起来非常的逼真但是呢，他们缺少了一些 hard to define， 这是一个形容词就难以定义，就难以这个言语的，对，很难讲出来的很难确定讲出来这种 human characteristics， 他们就是少了一点人味少一点人的特色。
Right.
Yeah.A
lot of this probably comes from the uncanny valley effect, which describes the uncomfortable feeling people get around things that look almost, but not quite perfectly human.
好，那这里讲到一个词uncanny valley 这个 uncanny 也是诡异的，会让你觉得毛骨悚然，会让你觉得很恐惧的 uncanny. Yeah.
That's right. We also use uncanny with resembling. So she has an uncanny resemblance to so-and-so. That means它像到有点不像话了，实在太像了，
像的有点恐怖了那种感觉。
Yeah, that's right. So 惟妙惟肖，真的是很像 but 那么像应该是有问题的。It's sort of what they mean.
好，所以这个 uncanny valley 它指的是你看到那种 human-like 但又不是完全跟人一样的东西的时候呢，例如说你看到机器人看到娃娃看到动画这个时候人会有一种感觉你的可能有的时候是一种 a sense of repulsion 你会觉得有点讨厌，有点厌恶
That's right.
而且或者是一种 cognitive discomfort， 你在认知上会有一种不安，就因为它太像了那这个 valley 这个字在这里指的是就是有两个 extreme， 一个是 barely human 或者是这个所谓 barely human 就是看起来只是有一点像人因为它可能是 intentionally unrealistic.
Right, exactly.
这是一个极端就是这个可能是像那种动画那种做的很
a stick figure.
Yeah, 你一看就知道这个不是真的人。那另外一个 extreme 是 fully human 非常 convincingly 的 lifelike。那这两个极端之间呢，它有各种各样不同程度的这个逼真程度那会让你产生这个不同的那种 uncanny 的感觉。
Right.
这个 valley 指的就这两个极端中间那个好像一个谷一样因为那个东西会升会降所以这个 uncanny valley 我们直接再把它翻成恐怖谷但它其实讲的是这种感觉。那这里它这个其实也讲得很清楚，他说这个 effect 形容的是那种 uncomfortable feeling就你那种不安的那种感觉，就 people get 你会得到的这种感觉。什么时候会得到呢？ Around things that look almost， 当你身边有一个看起来几乎但是 but not quite perfectly， 但并不是十分的 human 的人的时候呢的东西的时候，你会有种感觉。例如说你进蜡像馆，大家可以想象那种真的 uncanny valley。 这个是一个日本的科学家日本的一个学者他研究那个日本动画他创出来一个名词。
The effect has been known to extend to robots, wax sculptures, and digital reproductions. I'm going to mention one that I read about in the media quite a while ago, and that is some men get a sex doll. They get a doll made of silicone that looks like a beautiful woman. And I watched a special that talked about the person who makes these dolls. And they said they purposely, just like you said earlier, they purposely make them so that they do not look exactly like a human. Because if they do, it will really turn your stomach. It will make you extremely uncomfortable. So these dolls, they're very, very beautiful. They look almost like a perfect woman. But they make sure that they don't look 100% human, because that really will make you feel crappy and feel repulsed, like you said.
所以这 Ken 老师说他做那种塑胶娃娃的人呢，他有讲说他们呢这个当然做得很好，但是他们会 make sure 这个不会让你觉得他是真的人，因为如果让你觉得那是真的人的话，你会产生那种排斥的那种感觉，
like a Twilight Zone kind of feeling.
对，你会觉得恐怖的就或者像我们刚刚讲，你进了蜡像馆，那你会觉得这些人对那种很恐怖的那种感觉，好像他是像人又不是人那种感觉
Right.
所以这个地方讲到说呀，他这个 effect 它可以延伸到机器人还有这个wax sculptures 就是蜡像还有 digital reproductions 就是数位的一些复制品
And silicone sex dolls.
Yeah.
And while eternity is very cool, it does not yet have the capacity to compete with tried and tested human musicians. Not yet, anyway.
好，所以虽然这 eternity 非常的酷，但是它这句话大家可以学起来 does not yet have the capacity to do something。 好，所以它还没有这个能力可以 compete with， 还没有能力跟谁竞争呢？跟 tried and tested 就是千锤百炼的啊 ，tried 是测试 ，tested 是经过考验的，所以经过千锤百炼的 human musicians 啊，这个人真正的人的这些音乐家啊，或者这些艺人，还是没得比的，就是这个啊 eternity， 他还没有这个能力跟真人的这个女团来竞争。但是最后一句很好玩 ，not yet anyway 哈，反正还没有，意思就是
目前为止
还没有，搞不好未来会有。
Okay, some quick questions. Number one, which of the following statements is not true about the musical group Eternity?
关于乐团 Eternity 下列叙述何者错误？
The answer is C. Their videos are extremely competitive due to their high production quality.
好，这个是错的，因为这一句讲说他们的影片很有竞争力，因为他们产品品质很好，这一句话是错的。
Well, it does really have quite high quality, I have to say. Number two, which of the following involves deepfake technology?
下列哪一个牵涉到 deepfake 这个科技？
The answer is D. An AI robot that resembles a character from a drama.
答案是 D， 好，一个长得像某个戏剧角色的 AI 机器人。
3. What is the uncanny valley effect mentioned in the fourth paragraph?
为什么第4段提到了恐怖谷理论？
And the answer is D. The avatars in Eternity still cannot pass for humans.
答案是 D， 好 ，Eternity 中的这虚拟人物呢，看起来好仍然不像人类，没有办法 pass 啊，就是你没有办法这样子就过关了呀。
4. Which of the following best describes the author's attitude towards AI groups like Eternity?
好，下列何者最能描述作者对于像是 Eternity 这种 AI 团体的态度呢？
The answer is C. Doubtful.
好，答案是 C， 怀疑的。
Now, I recommend you go over to YouTube and check them out, and you will have quite an experience. That's it for today. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.